All right, I am back. I just made that other video. I'm not sure how long it takes to upload. I'm new to this stuff. I'm just learning every day. Like I said in my previous video, put yourself first and let people stand on business about you. I just stood on business about myself, and my best friend, with one of my best friends, and now I'm gonna say my best associate. I'm not calling nobody no friend. I don't got no friends. My best associate just text me like, damn, da 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 da. Like, sis, I ain't cursed at you. I ain't said nothing out the way. Like, I literally came to you like a woman and told you, when you are making these commitments to yourself or whoever the case may be, the people that you send it out to, check on them sometimes. You can't just text people and say, hey, you know, I've been doing this, I've been doing great for this many days, and I've been doing that, and I've been doing that. That's good. We all proud of you, but sometimes check on people. And I've told my little brother this before. Like, before you call and ask me to do anything for you or whatever the case may be, call and ask me how I'm doing. That go for anybody. Every week, like I promise you, I can insert the text here. Ain't one text message, and I can guarantee you, like, out of 30 text message, not one text message. How you doing? How are the kids doing? How was Christmas? How was work? None of that. Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? I love, you know, it's always that. Like, no, I don't care no more. I don't care. She'll probably watch this video one day and you'll know I'm talking about you. But yeah, you can't, girl, bye. I don't care. And I don't care about you texting and doing all that cursing, because I'm not, it's not going to affect me anymore. Like, y'all not going to get that energy anymore. Like, I don't give that. I didn't send any bad energy your way. So if you took it that way, you already had that bad energy.
Call. Press Uconnect phone button to answer.
So yeah, somebody just beeped in and called, but I'm not, I call them right back. I'm just being honest. So I just came to give you guys an update on Section 8. So in my last two videos, I was telling y'all about the process and all that good stuff. So the update is, my caseworker quit. There was her and a few, I'm not gonna say a few, but like a lot of other staff that quit. And you know, they, for whatever reason, they quit. I don't have an excuse why they quit, because my grandma was asking me, like, why they quit? I don't know. Like, I have no clue. Why would they do that? You can't, that's what I'm saying. People, you can't depend on people. People are human. You get what I'm saying? We all are human, so we all gonna, at some point in time, you know, we all kind of selfish with ourselves. So I don't think when that lady quit, she was like, oh, you know what, bump Jessica, let me quit. No, she didn't say that, because she had a load of people, and she was very efficient with her job. So I know that that wasn't the case, and if she could have helped me before she quit, I know she would have. Shout out to Miss Tanya Malden that was at the Greenville Housing Authority, because that's just the God honest truth. I know she would have. But when you tired, you gotta let go, and you gotta worry about yourself, and that's what she did. But moving forward, I was able to talk to the landlord that I'm gonna be renting from. So I want to tell y'all this. I gave him his deposit back in November. So this man has had the house on hold November, December, and now going into January. And I had to realize when I spoke with him, you know, like, if you don't want to wait, and you have another potential renter that's got the money and ready to go, I understand, and I totally get it. I did let him know, though, certain situations, I don't know everybody else's situation on Section 8, but when you have what they call allowances, just like an allowance, your mom or somebody, like, you grew up getting allowances, they have to give you allowances. So in my city, which is Greenville, South Carolina, they don't have, they no longer do utility checks. Now, I think I gotten utility checks before, but not often, because I'm always, you know, I've always worked. I hadn't always had to pay rent, because of the allowances. Like when I get paid, they have to make sure I have enough money to live and survive off of, for one. Money to take care of my kids, my household, miscellaneous items, washing powder, soap, i.e. whatever. And then they also have to make sure that you're able to pay your light bill and stuff. So sometimes after you, like a lot of y'all will sit and say, well, they don't do this and I got to do this and do that. But have you even told these people that you have other responsibilities? Did you take the time? Because they're not going to necessarily say, hey, I need to know. But that is up to you to turn in that stuff. Like with me, when I'm in school, whatever I got going on, I'm letting them know. Like if my hours get cut, I'm letting them know. Because sometimes it'll benefit you in the long run. Now they're supposed to have like this moving to work program that they have going on, which sadly enough, this is just a new spin on an old program. They've been giving us opportunities to buy housing, to buy houses with a Section 8 voucher. They have been giving us the opportunities to see about ourselves and take care of ourselves and be more self-sufficient, but people have not utilized it. Now I'm 3 years in the game with them, and I'm like a year in the game with the Moving to Work program, and I'm all for it. You know why? Because I don't want to be on Section 8 all my life. I don't want to be on Section 8 all my kids' life. Like my mom had based on income, but we didn't have Section 8, and not by choice. She applied for it. She wanted it. She needed the help, but she always kept striving. She didn't give up. She kept striving to now, big gal doing good. That's my baby. Yeah, I don't agree with everything that she say, and she watched this. She won't agree with everything I say, but she kept going, and I don't have that give up spirit. Shout out to my Aunt Sarah, my Uncle George's wife. Even though I hadn't talked to her since 2018, it's 2025, she's always instilled in me, when she wasn't, making me feel bad, because that's a whole nother story. She's always instilled in me that I have that working spirit. Myself, her daughter, my older cousins, she's like, y'all just like y'all grandma. Y'all are gonna go to work. Yeah, because if you don't work, you don't eat. Y'all, it's simple as that. If you don't work, you don't eat. And it's just, ain't no other way to say it. If you want to have something, you got to get up and get something. You can't just lay around and not do anything. And I don't care if you getting disability, you getting Section 8, food stamps. That don't mean you just got to lay around and don't do nothing. Because I can't do it. My spirit won't let me do it. But moving back to the housing, it is your best. It's best for you to talk to those people. Let those people know, because I was like, am I gonna be homeless on Section 8? Like, how the heck that work? And I've seen people move from their houses. Like, I had to go to a hotel and da 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 da. If you are a good tenant, people will work with you. A lot of people like, why you haven't moved yet? Like, you've been saying you gonna move, you hadn't moved yet. Because I'm doing things by the book. I need my deposits back. Yeah, I need my whole $1,300, $600, $1,700, whatever my deposit was. I need it all back. And that is why I hate that you have to put your 30-day notice in with your landlord first. But if you can, because I did not know this, if you can, be honest with your current landlord and tell them, hey, when I first got my voucher, I was living based on income, and the lady was the supervisor over Section 8 or something one time, so she knew the process could take a little longer, and was like, hey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna work with you. You'll be fine. We'll still take care of you. When they get ready, you can go ahead and go. You already did what you need to do. So it's good to, and I talked to a young lady that was there. She did the same thing. Let them know, like, hey, Section 8 take a long time, which I did with my current landlord too. Look, Section 8 takes forever. They do this, they do that. And it's not that they are intentionally like sitting down at the office like, no, I'm gonna make this a bad day for this girl. I'm gonna do this for this girl. I'm gonna make sure she don't do this. I'm gonna make sure. They not like that, y'all. They are trying to help us the best they can, but sometimes they are overworked and underpaid. So it is, the paperwork takes a little longer, And so that's what's going on in my case. Unfortunately, like I said, my caseworker left, and I wish her the best of luck, shoot, because I'm not gonna sit around and not be appreciated on no job either. I'm just not. It's not gonna happen, Captain. And so that put a pause on my paperwork. Moving forward, my paperwork has been turned in. You know, if you move into a Section 8 property, they have to go in and inspect it for, like, you know, stuff like air, heat, working electricity, running water, you know, just specific things. Now, I've seen some places and I'm like, how the heck did Section 8 approve this? And even when I rented from a company called Eleanor in Greenville, he told me, after I complained about so many things being wrong, he was like, why did Section 8 approve it? And I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? And that's why I got the last laugh in that one. They no longer even have, I think they lost like 17 properties because of their attitude. The property managers, the people who own the property was like, we going somewhere else. Because they not even, you know what I mean? If you ain't taking care of the people, especially people like myself on Section 8, if you getting guaranteed, just say $1,000 a month. You getting guaranteed. I've been in this house 3 years, and I promise you it's more than $1,000, but you are guaranteed $36,000. Guaranteed. No ifs, ands, buts. Gonna get it paid. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. And you gonna tell the people, you know, you think you gonna talk to them any kind of way? Or you think the people who own the property are gonna allow you to talk to them any kind of way when you are, you know, these people have this property in a trust. This is money for generation. This is generational wealth for somebody. You think they gonna let you mess that up because you got an attitude? No, they not. So that is where I'm at. I'm just waiting for them to finish up the paperwork. I have another 30 days here at this house. They paid the rent for another 30 days for us to stay here. So before the 30 days is up, I have confidence that they will have my inspection schedule. I'll be able to move into the new house, and whatever hiccups he needs to fix, which I didn't see any. I'm not a Section 8 expert, but he does have other property, so he's kind of aware, and I love and appreciate that, because the house looked like it's just, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't even know how that Vaseline was caked up like that. But anyway, this is real raw and uncut. I'm just giving it to y'all raw this year. Thank God that he's kind of familiar. So he has a lot of, to me, it looked like everything was right. Like, I came into this house before I moved here, I put my deposit down for this particular unit in like June or July. And I didn't move in until September because there was stuff that they didn't have right. And so and when I got in here, it still wasn't all the way right, but Section 8 passed it, and I had to kind of suffer. I had the landlord to come out here going through my house, but when he came into the yard, and y'all know how I am about my yard, when he came into the yard, he already knew. He was like, darn, this looks good. Like, who did? I was like, I did. He was like, darn, this is beautiful. So he already knew, beforehand what was going on. And I've seen suspicious people ride around this house when I first moved here. I know it had to be the owners, because who went ride past? They probably should. Let me tell you what. I got, I'm an heir to property. So I have property. It's not just in my name. It's not in anybody's name. My grandma left it that way so that we always have a home. So that's not my job to do, but I'm still gonna go by there and my daddy will tell y'all. I still be like, okay, daddy, did you get such and such fixed? Y'all done worked on such and such. Y'all paid the taxes, because that's what you do when you're protecting your generational wealth. That's something for us to have for generations. Even if the house don't stand, it'll be our land for generations to come. You get what I'm saying? When my grandma did that, she knew that would be something for us, for her kids, their kids, and their kids. And that's 3 generations that's not grew up in that house. So who wouldn't protect it? Who wouldn't go by and check on it? But to be nasty and rude about it, But I rambled enough. I've yapped enough. I've said what I had to say, and moving forward, put yourself first. And if people don't like it, that's on them. That's between you and them. Who cares? Nobody. Nobody. If they don't like how you feel, forget about them. That go for anybody. Like if for me, what really ticked me off for me to text that certain person, and the first thing she texted back was just cussing, and don't worry about it. And girl, that's fine. That's fine, honey. You will be okay. I wish you the best of luck. I'm not a girl. Them days over with. Worrying about what people think and caring that they care and they don't. Who gives a darn? You cannot. You got to see about yourself. Keep focused and keep it up. So I would just say in advance, if you're planning on moving in or out of a Section 8 property, let your current landlord know and the people that your future landlord know that the process is not quick, but it will be beneficial. Like I had to tell my landlord, like, I have enough allowances where my entire portion of the rent may be covered. Like the entire portion may be covered. So it'll be worth, I know you had to wait 2 or 3 months, but in the end, within, I added it up. I looked online. The property was like 200,000 plus. But if I was to stay there, which every property I've lived in, since I've had my own place, the first property was like a 2-bedroom in Saluda Terrace Apartments in Saluda, South Carolina. So I stayed there like 2 years. Never had a problem. Never had, never didn't get put out. Put my 30-day notice in. Got my deposit mail back. Moved to City Heights. Didn't mean to stay there too long, but I was there 8 years. Wasn't worried about that deposit because it was only $50. But I have a habit of staying in the property, keeping up the property, and treating it like it's my property because I want to get rid of the stigma that is placed on Section 8. Like, I know the stigma because it took me forever to find housing, and I had to get in the fields. I had to get in the trenches, y'all. I had to put my clothes on. I had to get cute. Not get cute, but I had to be presentable. I couldn't go around looking for a house in pajamas. I couldn't go around and looking for a house with a bonnet on or a scarf on. Like, I would get presentable, get up just like I was going to work or an interview, go to these landlords and tell them, hey, how you doing? This is my situation. This is what I got going on. And once you get you a good one, not once you get a good, but once you do right, when you move forward, shout out to Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon passed away. That was over the terrace, but she was able to tell me, like, yeah, this is a good, this girl is good. She's on the clean. She's not in no drama out here. She's not out here fighting and doing all this old crazy stuff. House stays clean, passes her inspections, and at this time we was having inspections every month. So, and I had a child. So I'm just saying, you also have to remember that you have to do your part too. You can't just get mad because people want rent to Section 8, but you call them and say, y'all got something open. You can't do that. When you text, hey, y'all available for appointment? Can I come check? No, if you don't know what to say, put it in AI. Go to AI and let AI put, let them type it up or write it up for you in a presentable way or professional manner or whatever the case may be, to present these things to these future landlords so they can know, like, okay, yeah, they got Section 8. Yeah, they got 5 kids, but I'm confident that this person is going to take care of my property. And that's my main thing is I always tell them, you can see my current property. That's the goal. I always have pictures of how clean my house is or how clean my yard is, how well maintained I've kept the yard. You got to have proof and show them, like, look, this is why you should give me a chance. So that's just my take on Section 8. Like I said, I have another 30 days here waiting on inspection for there, which is awesome because Ideally, the inspection would be done before the lease is up here, which gives me a chance to come in, fully give it a deep clean, because that's what I like to do. When I moved from Arcadia Hills, I like to do a deep. When the lady, she was like, darn, all we got to do is come paint. They were so happy. She's like, all we have to do is come paint. Nothing was torn up. I hadn't broke anything. I didn't, I took care of their property. And so that's just what they're looking for. They want to know that you're gonna do that, because it has been such a bad stigma put on Section 8 from previous people who they just didn't care. They didn't do right, didn't want to do right. And so people was like, I ain't renting out the Section 8. But, and even for people that are thinking about renting your property for Section 8, know your people, do a background, ask them for proof of the property they ask for landlord references. And if you not willing to provide a landlord reference, then you just don't need to, just stop. Don't be thinking people just gonna let you stay in their stuff. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna cut it straight. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Just don't even think about it. But if you know that you're gonna take care of people's property, do what you got to do. We have to get the stigma off of Section 8 that I'm saying we, because I'm on the program myself, but we have to let them know, like, no, everybody is not like that. Everybody's not going to leave your property in shambles. Everybody's not going to tear up your house. Everybody's not going to be doing drugs in your house, drinking in your house, keeping a lot of company and stuff like that. Because some of y'all do that, and y'all be wondering why they won't rent to us. Y'all be wondering why it's hard. Like, I got a voucher for a 4-bedroom, and I've been looking for a 4-bedroom for 4 years. I could have went to apartments. I found a couple of townhouses, but no, like me and my kids, we done the apartment life. We've done the townhouse life. We want to be in our own yard, in our own place. Really, if y'all know where my grandma stayed in the country, that's how I want to be. I don't want to be around nobody. My grandma right there by herself. You hear me? She got a church about a half a mile up the street. She got some neighbors around the corner in Ootsville, but baby, right there with her, ain't nothing. And they actually got that property up for sale, girl. I'm hoping and praying that something can come through so I can buy it. So we can have that generational wealth forever and ever. Even though we got a little piece, we want the whole pie. I don't want just a piece of the pie no more. I want the whole pie. So yep, that's my take. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. This was part 3. I guess I can continue up with part 4 after I get an update and get moved in and all that good stuff. I just want to say thank y'all to my new subscribers. I was like, I think I had like 18, and then I was like 24, 28. Okay, thank y'all. Somebody care about what I have to say. And yes, I got a sheet right there, y'all, and some moving boxes. Those sheets are up because I took all my curtains down and blinds, because when I moved here, they didn't have any blinds or anything in here. So I'm taking my blinds with me. And so I put up sheets just to keep air and stuff out the window and have something up against the windows until we move. Anybody that know me, y'all know I love curtains and pictures and all that stuff. So y'all have a blessed day. See you about your mental health. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.